We gotta talk about this, chat. Elite players have adapted to it. If you're looking for cheap FC26 coins, make sure to check m8x.com, super fast delivery, and use the code Ovvy to get an even bigger discount. Link will be in the description. Very, very important, and I've noticed this. So I'm playing 2 accounts. I'm playing actually 3. I'm playing my Road to Glory. I'm playing content account on PC and content account PlayStation, and I've noticed that something has changed in the meta, and elite players have adapted to it, and they're doing this. Some of them, not most of them, because you got the community divided between 4-4-1-1, 4-5-1, 4-4-2, and 4-2-3-1, the wide option. We've got some changes in it. Of course, the lineup that you're seeing on the screen right now might seem absolutely crazy, but trust me, it's not that crazy. You can play without any problems like this, as long as you start the formation, this formation in full cam. I start the 4-3-3-4, and you can go 4-2-3-1 wide, and it will be sensational. You don't lose player chemistry. Let's talk a bit about the team tactics, because this is something that I've seen people change. I've seen going them like this. It's either 55 or they go exactly close to the 60-61. 60-61 seems a bit bugged, and 55, let me tell you why. You know how most games at this moment, if you find a good opponent, he's gonna play a lot for the through balls. If you watch my videos, you've seen that I do 1, 2, 3 passes between the CM's striker. That gives me time to trigger a run for my left mid, right mid. And then it's boom. It's a through ball, very precise, first touch through ball, or just using incisive after I get possession of the ball. So I've noticed that you can't really use it if the defensive approach of the opponent is balanced. And honestly, I'm scoring, let's say 50-60% of goals like that. And I see it also in lower divisions, especially because we get more and more players that have incisive. You can't really use it without incisive. But by doing this right here, playing this in 55 or 61, you solve that. And the 4-2-3-1 wide, I really think the 4-2-3-1 wide is the best formation for casuals. And if you go close to the top tier, if you don't want to attack, I don't know, pro level, 4-2-3-1 wide, and you want to play elite division, having a safe defense, super counter attacks, I feel like this one is the most balanced that you can get. In terms of player roles, goalkeeper, I have him unbalanced for this particular combination, and for all formations, there are, in general, the player roles resemble from formation to formation. Some of them differ, but 80% they resemble. So goalkeeper balance, because you want to defend those through balls. You want to have your goalkeeper in a position from which he can be triggered manually to intercept the ball. And if you don't want to do it, still on balance, he's gonna come back. The defenders, it's always like this: defender, defend. You don't change this. No, the way that the AI defending works, you never change that. The right back and left back. You've got options here. I am, how can I say, confident in the way that I defend. And I don't like to have fullback on defend. I like to have them on balanced. I feel like when they're on defend, the defensive line is too narrow, and I have problems advancing up the pitch with them, because you want to use them also in the build-up. You want to utilize them over there and create superiority. Now, for the 2 CDMs, probably this season, the best options are deep line playmaker. If you somehow get a holding plus, okay, I understand it. But deep line playmaker with not focus on defend, with focus on build up, for CDMs, for CDM formations, they are stellar. I'm going to use the right-footed player here, left-footed player here. So both of them will be deep line playmaker with focus on build up. For the left mid and right mid, I used to have, from time to time, I tried winger. It's interesting. Okay, you trigger a lot of runs on the wing. You can do a long pass with Putellas for the left mid that's running, or from the CDM to the left mid that's running. But at the end of the day, you want the inside forward, because when you're gonna do a possession game and you're building close to the opponent's penalty box, you want that left mid, right mid getting in this space here, left back, center back, and the other one right back, center. You just want to do that. You need to have that. Most of the attacks are cut back, cut inside, driven in the box, shoot. And if you have inside forward, and for example, so you got both on inside forward, you're attacking on the left side, you go with Caroline to the corner line, and then you cut inside with a pass. Your right mid will always be edge of the box or inside. He's expecting there a driven pass, and he can do a direct shot from there, most of them going. So that's why inside forward is such a good option there. Instead, in terms of the cam, this is where I can't play like most people. I don't like this. I don't like the shadow striker. I like the playmaker, to be honest, with focus balance. It's just what it has worked for me. I feel like, especially in these type of formations, when I have CDMs and there's a big gap to the striker, if I have a shadow striker, I find it difficult to connect with the right back CDM, right mid striker. That's the problem. If I get the chance, if I get the through ball in or the pass there for the cam, yeah, it's gonna be nice. But if I don't, I'm in trouble with the build-up. So that's why safer is the playmaker. And for the striker, bro, I think just advance forward. If you got a plus there, advance forward is just the way to go. The runs will go nicely. Maybe you use a bit of player lock in order to unlock certain situations on the pitch. Of course, I don't think personally false 9 here together with the playmaker, I've never been comfortable with having this. Like false 9 is when you have two strikers. I've seen people use false 9 even with a cam. Hasn't worked for me though. Poacher, for example, if you've got Pulisic, is not really, even though he has plus a target forward than Poacher, he's not really that type of player. He can't really protect the ball properly, so don't use that. If you've got big mans, when I say big man, who do I mean? I mean, okay, Benzema can play target forward, Poacher, players like that. But otherwise, still, advanced forward is probably the best way to go in this 4-2-3-1 wide. If you're watching this on YouTube, you got the code on the screen, and I honestly think that if you don't want to go pro and if you're not playing that often, this formation fits like a glove for great results. You're gonna get maximum with minimum input in terms of the work that you have to put in. You're gonna have a strong defense, and you're gonna be able to attack both on counters and in possession. Fabulous formation. If you plan to try it, or if you've tried it, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts about it.